Auch ein bisschen Déjà-vu gerade von dem letzten Walk-in-Talk, wie genau die Projekte sind.
Es ist fast so gestellt, jetzt ein Walking-Video zu machen. 2 Jahren. Da war das noch cool. Vor Corona war das cool. Yeah, this is not the same video. And I just changed sweaters or something. This is a different video, different day. This is how it's every day in Hamburg. That's why we wanted to show you. But we actually discussed the question that we thought is worth it to make a video about. What happens if everyone is vaccinated and we go back to the office? Will we go back to these stupid, weird things of sitting at the same floor but still chatting in chat tools and not talking to each other? Or will we actually value what we have seen now through the pandemic, the relationship, and why it's so important to go to the office? That's a question we wanted to kind of elaborate on. But first, we need to go in that direction because I need to take out the pizza dough out of the fridge because we have a virtual team pizza event with Felix. We definitely should share a picture here from Felix when he does this cooking because he does a tremendous job. People are not working then, but it's important to keep people together with also stuff on the side. And what doesn't make sense is like having drinks together or stuff like that. But if someone shows something and you go out of your comfort zone, that's a new experience, and that helps you to keep growing and going. That's why. So, what I learned from Felix, take out the pizza dough 1 hour before you actually start cooking. So it needs to rest, breathe, and I don't know what else. So we do that, and we'll actually enjoy the sun. Dann lass uns da vorne an die Ecke. So someone just left a chair and we said like, where can you record a video? If you talk about the office, you take this fancy office chair. I think people just leave stuff on the street. I mean, come on people, what's going on? Whatever. Now we use it for this video to share these ideas. And the question we had, what happens? And my thought is, if you look at the pictures in Israel and China, especially in Israel where people like go back to the clubs, to the beaches, and also to offices.
Israel ended a year-long requirement on Sunday to wear a mask in public spaces and the latest easing of COVID-19 restrictions following its mass vaccination drive.
Sie tanzen, küssen, feiern wie Sieger über das Coronavirus. Das legendäre Nachtleben in Tel Aviv ist zurück.
It seems like they just jump back to the old behavior. But if you talk to the people there, and I've seen YouTube videos where people give interviews, they value actually what they do. They value the time in the club. They know how precious this time is.
Owner Staff Blecher is cautiously optimistic. We have the feeling that it's over. It's nice, it's a relief. I feel the virus is no longer a threat as everyone here has been vaccinated. Chalas, enough already. Look, even my mask had enough. After 3 hard lockdowns, people are not taking things for granted. It's great that things are getting back to normal. Of course, I'm still wearing a mask. We are cautious, there's still fear. You can't shake it off that quickly.
And what I want to say is that when we go back to the offices, and this day will come, we should be clear about how precious the space is and how precious the time is that we spend with the people. And this should be something we should take away from this whole pandemic thing. If we have, let's say, a video conference at the office, and one is at home and everyone else is in the future at the office, you should know by now that everyone needs one camera, one screen, and everyone should be in the virtual room to have it on the same level. Otherwise, you discriminate the one at home. So that should be a standard. But if you know you need to like kind of socialize, have the social kit or something, we definitely should be clear that this time is precious that we have with these other people. So that's why we should figure out like how do we want to use this time. And we just added another office space. I cannot share like which one it is now, but we will grow in office space. We will not limit our space, 2 new spaces actually, to show our people we value the work you do with the other ones, even if you just chat, talk, or do something social-wise. Because a lot of the work happens at home, and we know this by now, but it will not happen by itself. So things you can do, number 1, as I said, like if you have the video conference with one at home, everyone should be at home. If you're at the office, be there in person and be clear that you're just like there for that job. And number 3, if there is stuff that you definitely should like talk about, you should make sure that you act as an adult and actually talk about this stuff with other people. And this is why space is so important. If you don't have that, use the phone rather than a video conference, because a video conference is something that we all learned now is actually a formal meeting. Yeah, so what will happen if we go back to the office? We definitely will have a great time in the first day, in the first place, but to keep going in a much more valued way, we definitely need to take action. And this is our responsibility. So we will decide what will happen when we go back to the office. One thing to add, when I just came to the office, the guys were standing outside and I just said like, what are you standing around here doing nothing? And of course I say it as a joke, but there was more behind this joke. Doing nothing and like standing together with people is a big difference. And ideas thrive from talking to other people and like bouncing them back and forth, which is much easier in person. And since we couldn't do that these last month, standing outside with like 3 people in the fresh air, like having corona distance, but still chatting, is so precious. And that's important work. So I know I made a stupid joke, but make sure you like mean it as a joke and be sure your people are still working and actually doing stuff. It's much more important these days to keep contact, to keep going. That's why I call everyone in the company at least every week. Try. It's not easy. Try. Make sure you subscribe, guys. Let's discuss. I would love to know the best hacks you have to like actually have the social time right now. I will go to our virtual pizza meeting now because we actually made our own pizza dough and all the stuff around it. Felix shared a lot about that and it was a lot of fun. So let me know what you guys do. This is more like this honeymoon phase in the very beginning, but very, very soon we will see how we will end up behaving much different after this pandemic. Let's make sure we not go back to any stupid stuff. Subscribe and watch another video. Discord! I always forget Discord. And whoever left this chair here, like please take your chair and do something with it. Not YouTube videos.